Welcome to my forest garden. Everything the light touches is my kingdom. Well, inside the fence anyway. A forest garden, or agroforestry, or edible food forest, it's very much a work in progress, but it's like a multi-layered garden with fruit and nut trees on top, and then an understory of other fruit trees, and then currant and berry bushes with perennial ground cover, with perennial vegetables, all kinds of things growing together with maximum beneficial relationships. My base of operations, the caravan, and my temporary home, I live there off-grid. I get my electricity from solar panels, which is enough to charge my telephone and my laptop computer, which is all I need. I have beeswax candles for my lighting. I do have electric lights as a special treat sometimes if there's enough power. I get water from the spring. I don't filter it, but I boil it before drinking it. But there is another spring in the next field which I'm allowed to use that I can drink without boiling it. As far as gas is concerned, I do actually have to buy gas for heating, but I'm working on a biodigester to use my own toilet waste to produce gas for heating and for cooking. So come back next year and see how that's doing. This is my monstrosity of a polytunnel made from recycled poles and recycled plastic. It looks terrible at the moment, but once it's complete, it'll be lush, filled with lemon trees and avocados and grapevines and all the kinds of things that you couldn't grow in a forest garden. It's cheating a little bit really, but I have a love of those particular tropical fruits, so that's my indulgence. There should be enough forage to sustain about 10 colonies of bees, and I'm keeping bees in a slightly different way, an ancient way really, rather than the traditional way, in the fact that it's a completely or relatively hands-off, maintenance-free approach to go with the whole maintenance-free ethos of the forest garden. And one can harvest honey sometimes if the bees are doing really well, but it's an extensive approach rather than intensive, like many people do with bees, like taking the lot. The challenges with what I'm doing, after having initially found the land, I suppose the sheer hard work of digging all the holes for the trees, saving up money to buy the trees, living somewhere without any services presents its own challenges, but then it does keep one motivated, and I feel incredibly hardy living technically outdoors, even though I have some shelter. But no challenges that aren't worth it. I wouldn't say I decided to live this way. This way of life kind of chose me, if that doesn't sound too much like a cliche, and I really can't imagine living any other way now. The best part of living like this, everything, waking up every day and walking out onto your own land and being surrounded by countryside and wildlife and hearing the rain on the roof. I can't imagine living any other way. It's so exciting.